Welcome back to another edition of Why It Works. I'm Joelle Martinek from Ginger Soul Photography here in Los Angeles. And today we are taking a look at one of my 365 images. So, my 365 project is an image a day for a year. I've been doing some variation of this since 2018, and I absolutely love it. It gives a just a really clear look into our sort of everyday life. I call it the mundane everyday, sort of captured interestingly or beautifully. And as the years keep getting further and further on, and my kiddo keeps getting older and older, I'm so grateful that I have all of these images. So today we are taking a look at this image. So she had obviously just gotten out of the shower or the bath. And I think there was some steam or something on the window. And I loved the light in this room. We don't live here anymore in this space. So it's also really fun to have a documentation, I guess, of, some of the places that we've lived. So I always loved the light in her room in this space. And so, like I said, I think there was some steam or some dust even on the window that she was playing with sort of organically. And I just grabbed my camera and captured her here. So, the first thing we're going to look at is obviously the light is coming in from this window, right? So, technically, it's directional light because it is coming from the side of the camera. What it does as she's facing it is it makes her face really beautifully lit, right? You can see the expression very clearly on her face. Excuse me. So, and then what happens here is that these shadows fall off to the back of her. And it's just these little details, right? Like I'm looking here, this was some artwork she had drawn, some Harry Potter artwork. So just really fun to have those memories, right? And then the next thing we're going to look at is these are leading lines here, right? So the window serves as a leading line, and the window frame serves as a leading line. So it takes us right from directly to her, right, which is the subject, which is what we want. It actually, like, this one really is great because it takes us right to her fingertip, right, which then, if as we're reading this, right, so again, we read from left to right normally, so we sort of come from this shadowed back. We follow her here, right, we see her expression, those leading lines draw us here to her fingertip, and then what happens is her finger draws us here to her reflection in the window. And, if I can catch it, I love a reflection. I just think it adds, a feeling of like a double exposure. It just adds another little bit of depth to the frame here. And then it also, it divides this into, like, she's in the right third of the frame over there, and then she's kind of in the left third of the frame over here, which again, we know that rule of thirds is a strong compositional element to use, and then other little things, I love, like, whatever's happening here. It's just these little reminders of who she was at this time. She always had little stuff sort of like sitting in her windowsill, and little things all around, the cubbies in the background. Just makes me a little bit emotional, right? She's getting older, and it just is that reminder of our daily life that I'm, again, just so grateful for. So, yep, I love the light. I love, the focus on her and what she's doing, and it makes me really just remember this time. So that is why I think this image works. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to hear in the comments what you love about this series or this image, or what questions you have. I'm happy to help. I want parents to really find ways to capture their children really beautifully and organically in their everyday life. So I hope you are having a great day. Thanks so much.